I just love cake. I love cake so much. And I'm not talking about the dirty kind of cake. Hey guys, it's Suresh. Thanks so much for dropping by my channel. Today I am going to do my very first Q&A. I just celebrated 2 months of restarting this channel and really 2 months of meeting all of you fantastic and awesome people. I decided that perhaps it would be fun to, host a Q&A and answer some of the more popular questions that I've either gotten one or multiple of. Bear with me, I picked like the top 20 questions. First question is from Cloetta. What would you describe your fashion style? I would say it's definitely more on the classic side with like a little bit of uniqueness or quirkiness perhaps. I like to keep it pretty simple. I like to keep it pretty straightforward. I really wish that I could wear like more avant-garde clothing, but it just ends up looking kind of silly on me, so I don't. Second question is also from Cloetta. If you could design your own Barbie line for Mattel, what would the theme / style be and why? I would definitely do a new version of Dolls of the World. I would have them be more fashion forward. I would have them be a little bit more avant-garde, but definitely like skewing away from like the holding a pet or something like that, because I don't know that a certain animal really dictates where you come from anymore, and they would obviously be collector dolls, either black or gold label. Sarah asks, what's your day job? I do a couple of different things, all within the creative space. My primary job is online and offline and social media marketing for a variety of different cosmetics and fashion companies. And then I'm also a creative designer, so I do a lot of fashion design, I do menswear, I do women's wear, and then I also do product design, primarily within the cosmetics space for luxury. I used to be a makeup artist for 10 years, and I had my own company and I had my own line out, but I sold that in 2013, and this has been the new direction that I've taken my career, and I'm really excited about it, and I love it. Jacob asks, what part of New York do you live in? I live on the Upper East Side. Nice part. Alexandra asks, how long have you been a bow tie designer, and what made you want to become one? For those of you who don't know, I have a fantastic line of bow ties called Suresh New York. I started that very recently, actually, like November of 2015 is when it launched. I've been wanting to do a bow tie line for so long, but I felt like the market was becoming so saturated so quickly. Everyone was starting a bow tie line, of some sort. So I kind of held off. I saw what was going on. I watched, I observed, and then I went in when I thought that the market was at a point where I could make a real difference and my product line could make a real difference. I have worn bow ties since I was a kid. I love bow ties. Katrina asks, what's your favorite Barbie face mold and why? Oh my gosh. I just love the closed mouth Mackie because I think it's really chic, and I love the kind of attitude that it gives off, like, hey girl, how you doing? Next question is from Parker, and he asks, Superman or Batman and why? Oh, Parker, that is easy. Superman all the way. He can fly, first and foremost. He has like superhuman strength because he's not really human. He stands for good. He's always trying to help as many people as he can. He hears the world's cries. And I'm referencing more the original Superman and not so much the Man of Steel. I think the Man of Steel was made to look a little bit more like pathetic or sad or lonely, and that's not really the case. Next question is from Loretta. She asks, you seem to travel a lot. What's your favorite place to go? I think my favorite place to date has been Paris. And I know that's kind of cliche because so many people love going to Paris. I have studied French since I was like in 2nd or 3rd grade. So when I was able to go to Paris for the first time, it was such a treat because I was able to use my French, and I felt like I had been studying about this culture for so long, and I lived in parts of the world that were colonized by the French many years ago, so there's still lots of French influence there. When I went to France, I really just kind of felt like it's like some part of me connected, some part of my past kind of connected and clicked. Next question is from James. He asks, of all the Barbie dolls in your collection, which one is your favorite and why? I would say as of right now, my favorite Barbie doll in my collection is my Delphine Silkstone. And if you guys got a chance to see the video I recently did about my Barbie collection, I'll link it down below. But I talk about why I just think she is one of the most glamorous dolls I've ever seen. She resonates everything that I love about fashion, specifically old world and haute couture fashion. Next question is also from James. He says, you mentioned cake, so what kind of cake do you like best? If you're wondering what the cake thing is about, I had referenced something on my Twitter feed about cake. But James, I love all sorts of cake. Carrot cake. I also love a good banana cake. I love birthday cake. I love ice cream cake. I love chocolate cake. Next question comes from Peter, and he asks, who's your favorite fashion designer? Oh gosh, I have quite a few that I love, but I would say one of my favorite fashion designers of all time is Oscar de la Renta. I just love the way he designs for women and for men. I love the simplicity of the design, and I love the fact that he's held on to his culture, his mother culture and heritage, along with his adopted culture. And I just love the lightness and fragility of some of the clothes. I think it's so beautiful. It's never vulgar. It's never overdone. Alberto asks, when did you start collecting and which doll started your love for dolls? I started seriously collecting as an adult in like 2012. And at that time, the doll that really started on my collection and got me collecting was the City Shopper brunette from the Barbie look collection. I love her so much. She has the closed mouth Mackie face that, you know, I'm like obsessed with. My love for dolls in general kind of stems back to like when I was like 6, 7 maybe. Barbie specifically, I remember seeing her in a store window in London when we were traveling, and it was like a bride Barbie, and she was in the window with her dress displayed out and her veil and the bouquet, and she had like this long sleeved bridal gown, and it was like all lace and the big satin or silk ball skirt, and I just literally like stopped in my tracks and like glued myself onto the window and was like, what is this? I need this. Dragging my dad into the store and like begging and begging and begging for him to buy me this doll, and he was like, no son, I can't buy you the Barbie, that's for girls, but I can buy you the Ken doll. Sophia asks, how do you keep your teeth so white? I am sort of obsessed with my teeth, and I don't eat or drink foods that would potentially stain them. So I don't drink red wine, I don't eat meat at all, I'm a vegetarian. I don't drink very strong coffee. I'm very light on the tea, and when I do, I drink it with milk. And then I floss every day, and I use whitening toothpastes. I don't ever use like Crest white strips and stuff. Those things are horrible for your teeth. George asks, at what age did you get your ears pierced? I was 19, and I went to like a Claire's, I think, at the mall. Oh, girl, it was a mess. I came home and my mom thought I had like a clip-on, and it was like the little like gold stud that they, you know, that you can like choose from. And holy shitballs, it was a fiasco. I was almost disowned from my family. It started off as one, and then I got this up here pierced, my cartilage, and then I got a second earring here, and then I got my lip pierced, and then I got my tongue pierced, and then I got this pierced, and then I got like 3 more up here pierced, and then I got my navel pierced. Oh girl, I went on and on and on. Sal asks, what is your all-time favorite Barbie doll? I would say one of my all-time favorites is the Versace Barbie that I do not have in my collection, and I'm very sad about it. And someday I hope that I can like track down one somewhere, but I remember her coming out in the stores and debuting at the Versace boutique on Rodeo Drive, and I remember her being in the window all by herself, and I was like gagging and falling over myself. But I just thought she was such a beautiful doll. I love the face sculpt, love the hair, love the dress, love the shoes, love the likeness to Donatella Versace. I was like in love with that doll. So I guess if I had one to choose off the top of my head, that is one that I loved. Sophia asks, what's your favorite food? French fries, French fries, French fries of any kind. Charlene asks, what would your dream Barbie doll look like? To be quite honest, I feel like I have so many dolls in my collection that sort of are my dream doll, so I never really think about my own. Also because I make dresses, I feel like I'm able to live out my dream doll. But yeah. Next question comes from Connor, and he asks, how old are you? I'm old enough. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Next question comes from Ahmed, and he asks, what's on your current iTunes playlist? Luna George. I have some Selena Gomez. I have some DNCE. Cake by the Ocean. I am obsessed with that song. It is so good. Ellie Goulding. I have some Justin Bieber, of course. Obsessed with the new album. Still listen to it like all the time. And some Kylie Minogue, and some Lady Gaga, and some RuPaul. Last question. Oh my god. This is the question that I have been getting since I was a kid. And if I had a penny for every time I was asked this question, I kid you not, I would so easily be a millionaire right now. Are you Indian? Let me put my phone down for this. I'm gonna need both hands to explain this. No, I am not Indian. No, I am not Indian. No, I am not Indian. I am American. My family is originally from Sri Lanka. This is what the flag looks like. It's a lion. It's yellow. It's beautiful. We are Sinhalese. We are not Tamil. We are not Burgher. We are not Muslim. We are Sinhalese. Sri Lanka is a beautiful island country off the coast of India, south of India. It is not part of India. There are cultural similarities, but it's a very different culture. Sri Lanka is predominantly Buddhist. The beaches are magnificent. It's some of the best beaches I've ever seen in the world. It's an island, so there are beaches all around. Garment production, tea production, rubber production, sapphires and diamonds are like some of the most popular things that come from Sri Lanka. And yes, I do speak Sinhalese, which is the primary language of Sri Lanka. Every once in a while, if you catch an outtake of me, I'll like cuss in Sinhalese and say something in Sinhalese because I can't quite figure out how to say it in English, because that's what I hope my mom and dad taught me how to say something. So anyway, there you have it. 20 questions. My very first Q&A. I hope I was able to answer your question. Thank you to all of you who submitted questions. And if you guys have more follow-up questions, or you just have more questions in general, feel free to leave them down below, or at my Twitter feed, or at my Instagram feed. Links are all in the box below. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my growing channel. And until I see you guys again, have a fantastic day wherever you are. I'm sending you all lots of love and kisses. Mwah! And I will see you very soon. Okay? Bye!